What's up, everybody? It's the Rogue in Disguise, North American community contributor for World of Warships Blitz. And if this is your first time here or been here for a while, make sure you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe, and you turn that bell to all to catch all that we do for World of Warships Blitz. Oh, but yes. And today we're going to be taking a look at British battleships. And let me tell you, these new line of British heavy battleships are really kind of interesting because the guns are going to be ranging anywhere from 305 millimeter main guns at tier 3, going all the way as high as 457 millimeter main guns at the tier 10 range, being the most badass ship I've seen in a good while, which is the friggin' St. Vincent. I almost forgot its name right there. But the St. Vincent is an interesting ship because of its configuration, the way the guns are. It's just kind of a bow tanker, but it's 457 millimeter main guns. You're going to be using more of the front end of the gun more rather than the rear end of the gun. It feels more like a Nelson that got screwed up somewhere, but that's as far as the style of ship is. It's kind of interesting. You got the two main turrets up in the front, making it kind of a bow tank with 457 millimeter main guns, and that third turret being behind the con makes it for interesting gameplay. You have no main guns on the rear, but you have plenty of secondaries on the rear of the ship, which is kind of an interesting configuration versus, say, the Duncan, which is kind of fair, but versus, say, like the Lion itself, different configuration. You got guns in the back versus like the Duncan, all your guns are in the front. So let's be a little leery about that when we're playing these new British battleships that are coming out there, or are going to be tier ships. But let's focus on which ones are actually coming out. You're going to have the Indefeatable, the Queen Mary, the Tiger. You're also going to get the Renown in this tech tree, which has also been a pretty good ship at tier 6. You're also going to get the Rook at tier 7. At tier 8, you're going to get the Hawk, all the same configuration, um, even in comparison to the hood. Now, where it changes from like the Rook, it's got the gun in the rear back, but the Hawk still has a gun in the rear back. That's when it starts getting into the Duncan, the configuration changes entirely to what the St. Vincent would be. Uh, Very fun ships. I've dabbled with them a little bit in training rooms to see how they feel a little bit. I really haven't really taken them out on the waters themselves. I want to save that for actual gameplay on the day that I release this video. So if you're seeing this video, stop by my live streams to check it out. Uh, Overall, I think they're fun looking ships. They should be interesting to play. How the dynamic changes from the gun being from on the rear of the boat to all of them being in the mid to the front of the ship. We should see a lot of bow tanking out of these boats, really, but we'll see how it is. It is British battleships. Some of the highlights of St. Vincent you probably want to look at is the max speed is 32.23 knots, 457 millimeter main guns, almost reaching out to 14.5 kilometer range. Secondary guns are 152 millimeter main gun or secondary guns, and then you have auto secondaries at 113 millimeter, which are not bad. Though I do wish the range of the auto secondaries were just a hair longer, reaching out to at least 5 kilometers, but that's how it is. But it also will have torpedoes, which do a significant amount of damage because they're 622 millimeter, reload time of just 32 seconds roughly, and the damage of each torpedo is going to do 7,139, but it's in a 2x1 facet. So it's probably meaning, torpedoes on one side or, basically torpedoes on one torpedo tube launcher. So that means only 2 torpedoes. But they do like almost 67 knots, 31% chance of setting a flood, and they got a decent range on them, but limited number of torpedoes. So you're not having like, say, like, what's the one I'm thinking of? Like a Sheaflin that has got like 4 torpedoes on each side. This one only has 2 torpedoes, and I think it swaps from either side. Surface detection ain't that bad. Anti-aircraft armament is not that bad either, though 3.60 kilometers at 242 damage is a fair amount. Though I wish it was like closer to 300, but hey, we get what we could get. Small caliber AA damage, I wish that was out to at least 2 kilometers, but, again, you're getting what you're getting with the ship. It should be an interesting ship to be hitting the waters. We'll test this live on the live stream this Tuesday or when the day this video releases, and if you're watching, make sure you join us and watch the gameplays on this. So if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and turn that bell to all to catch all that we do for World of Warships Blitz. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday. We'll catch you in the next video, guys.